Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. And today I'm going to talk about some pond algae and what you could do to kind of fix that. So stay tuned, okay? All right, so today we are going to get into it, and I'm going to go feed the fish real fast because I think that they're ready to eat. And maybe, just maybe I can show you some of these little baby fish I've had recently. That'd be kind of cool to see. Let's see if you can see them. Okay, I got to approach them before these big fish get here. All right, let's see. Let's see if you can see them. You see the little ones in there? Little orange ones. And those are about, I'm gonna guess maybe a month and a half old, maybe. You can see them in the little orange ones. And so yeah, the fish are spawning in here. And yep, here comes the big ones. They see me. All right guys, you got me. We are going to be talking about some algae today, but first we're going to get you guys fed. So let's get over there and get you guys fed. Come on down here, guys. Come on over here. Oh, there's a little one right there, a little orange one. All right, let's get you guys fed real quick. I know it's a little early in the morning, but you guys are moving a little slower today. All right, so for all you guys that have algae problems and you're getting the string algae and stuff like that, I don't think that it's that big of a problem, really. You know, a lot of people freak out and go, "Oh my God, it doesn't look very good." You know, so they try all these different type of methods, and I think that algae is kind of a natural process of the pond, right? So let me go show you what's happening with my area I have real quick. All right, so let's walk over here and I'll show you what's going on with what I noticed coming out here. And I think, you know, having algae, you know, I think some algae are actually really pretty. But some people don't like them. So, okay. So are you going to be able to get rid of it 100%? I mean, you know, I think that having algae is basically just like a seasonal thing, right? So, and let's show you what's happening up here on the waterfall. All right. So I can get up here and, all right, here we go. I'll turn you guys around. All right. So now you can see that I have some string algae going on. It's on the waterfall. It's getting on my rocks. And you can see it kind of over there, a bunch of algae. Okay. So this sometimes can be unsightly. You may not like it. I think it's actually kind of natural. I like to make my ponds kind of natural. And let's talk about how to get it removed, okay? So you may want to remove the algae. You may not, I don't know. So, but I used to kind of like freak out a little bit, like, oh my God, I got algae. It doesn't look very good, you know, but the thing about it is I do believe it's part of the natural process of the pond. And so I noticed getting a lot of algae happens when the weather gets warmer, obviously, but when you're transitioning from, you know, the spring months to the summer months, especially in spring, you're going to start seeing a lot of algae. So there's a couple of things you can do that I like to do that's basically going to fix that, okay? And with the string algae or the hair algae, you can remove it with a rake or something like that. But you know, may come back. So what I like to do is I like to just leave it alone. So that may sound kind of funny to you, but I leave it alone. I enjoy my pond. I don't mess around with it. Okay. So what I like to do is I'll use this product here during the spring months, and if you end up seeing some of that or knowing that you have some algae and stuff like that, you could put some of this algae fix right into your pond. Let me show you what it looks like. All right, so I buy the big, I think it's a gallon or it's 1.5 gallons of this algae fix. I've got a pretty big pond. And the best way to treat this is treat it like, measure your stuff out, what it says on the back of the label, right? And treat it like once every 3 days, okay? You're gonna notice a significant change in about a week. Okay, so you do it on a Monday, dose it on Monday, and then dump it in your pond, and then basically do it again on Wednesday, and then do it again on Friday or Saturday, and you're gonna notice by next Monday, it's gonna be all cleared up and gone. That's my experience with it. Okay, so this is the product I use, Algae Fix, to get it to go away. Now also Algae Fix basically treats other different types of algae, so it just doesn't just do string algae, it does other kind of algae. And so it's part of the natural process. You know, I think that's what it is. I think that I just don't freak out about it because I notice that the fish, they'll start eating off the algae on the rocks and stuff like that. As a matter of fact, I see one doing it right now. So I don't know if I can capture it on camera or not, but we'll see. But I get them over there eating the algae and stuff like that on there, and they just absolutely love it. So let me see if I can, well, I don't know if I can capture this guy or not. But I think if you have an algae problem, don't worry about it. Here's a couple of tips you can do, okay? So what I like to do is I have a maintenance schedule on my pond. I come out here during the springtime. I always check my skimmer box and everything else, make sure it's clear from there, all the debris and stuff like that. If you're going to be using the Algae Fix, by the way, make sure that you have a lot of aeration in the water. Make sure that it's moving really, really good. You don't want to put it into a stagnant pond where it's just sitting there, because that's no good. You need the, especially if you got fish, you need the actual flow in the water. So that's super important. I've got my waterfall on 24 hours a day, so I always have plenty of flow and all that kind of good stuff. So make sure you have that on there. Back to the pond maintenance. What I like to do is I like to, right before spring comes, I'm going to change my UV light. So UV lights are very, very important to have, especially if you're getting a lot of string algae and stuff like that. Had a big old hawk flew over right now. I actually think he's a falcon, because he's been coming down and getting a bath. So I think it's probably bath time for him. So, but anyways, yeah, so what I do is I change my UV light. Let me show you where that's at, okay? Okay, so located here on the ground, I have my UV light. You can see it right here. And I'm going to basically take this side off, and I'm going to pull the light bulb out. And a lot of times you have this little window right here where you can see, you know, if it's glowing like a little purple in there and stuff, to see if it's on or off. So that's a good thing to have hooked up there as well. I'm going to come over here, I'm going to check my skimmer out, make sure that all my stuff, my box is not clogged, and you see it is. So so now I'm going to have to clear this out, and so I can get the maximum flow in there, because you want to make sure, if you dose your pond with any kind of chemicals or Algae Fix or anything, you want to make sure you have plenty of flow. So we're going to have to clear this out today and make sure that we can get maximum flow in there. So that's not good. So always check your skimmer boxes and make sure, okay? So as you can see, I got a pretty big pond, and it goes all the way over to the waterfall, and I have to make sure that I treat this thing. You know, I come out here and really enjoy the pond. I like to see all the fish and all that kind of good stuff. And so I don't let unsightly algae and stuff like that bother me. So it's just part of the natural process, guys. So if you want to remove the algae, then get yourself some Algae Fix. There's other methods to treat the pond as well. So I've seen like little hay bales you can float around, stuff like that. People like to change their water and stuff, but you know, I don't like to change my water too much. Maybe once a year I might drain it down about 25% and fill it back up. But you know, I feel like that the fish like to be just like in a natural environment, so I don't mind all the overgrowth with like the grasses, and you can see I got some overgrowth of grass over there on the side. You know, yeah, I have to come out here and kind of clean it up a little bit. It's been a little while since I've been out here, so all right, so that's what I do. Just to kind of give you a recap, I don't mess around with algae too much. I control it by using some algae fix. If I see some I can pull off the rocks, I pull it off the rocks when I'm doing some maintenance out here. But other than that, I don't really, you know, let it bother me too much. So it's part of the natural process. I think some algae are real pretty anyways. So if you don't like algae and you're one of those people that just don't like it, then just use yourself some algae fix. Wait about a week or so. Make sure you dose it every 3 days, and it's going to be gone. So, okay. So that's the way it goes. All right. All right, guys. Well, I hope you enjoyed this video. Hopefully it was helpful. You can see what's happening in my pond today. We're just feeding the fish. I saw some little babies out there. And if you like my channel, please subscribe to my channel. And we got some more things coming up. And we'll see you on the next episode. Hope to see you there. Bye-bye.